Hi everybody, welcome to Northwood Farms Vlog 204. I'm Kip.
I'm Emma.
And this is Annabelle.
Annie, oh my gosh, get in the shot here, little girl.
She's so little.
Vlog number 1 for her.
Yeah. So, okay, tell the story of Annie because she's so small. We got to get her in this vlog right away.
I know, I'm like, she's gonna be big.
Yeah.
So, well,
Bigger.
Big Jackson was bigger than her right now the day he was born.
Yeah.
She's
Like
so
I could pick him up
and perfect.
when he was born. I can pick her up. She's pretty dang small.
She's very, very petite.
She's
Okay, so
tiny.
the story is that about a year ago, there were a bunch of starving Yakima Mustangs, and so one of the Bend Rescue sanctuaries took on it. They thought it was like 11, but it turned out to be 75 starving Mustangs, and
Yeah.
a bunch of them were pregnant. Well, so Annie and her cohorts were born this April, and if you can imagine how overwhelming it would be to try to take care of over 100 horses, like that's just crazy, and a bunch of babies. So
They were adopted out to all the local shelters that could take them.
right, so this just a couple months ago, a bunch of the local shelters who are rescues, who by the way, in the Willamette Valley, we have the best like little chain of horse animal rescues that all work together and collaborate, support each other. It's so cool. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
So basically they stepped in and everybody took a few, you know,
So she came from Harmony New Beginnings.
which is where we got Vivian.
Yeah. So that's Joy. Yeah, so Joy still has 2 more of these little babies that need to go out.
Yeah, so these look like wieners. They look like tiny little weanlings.
Yeah, but she's a year April, so she wasn't a year this April, it was last April. Yeah.
She's a year old as of April this year. So
Oh,
she
okay.
was born in April 2018. And so of course I had to go over there to see the babies, and here's this tiny little going to be chestnut filly. Oh my gosh. And I was like, oh, let's just bring her home and I'll play with her a little bit. But then of course we didn't want to just have one because
Right.
it's dicey just having one baby. I remember we raised Big Jackson and Jakey and Ferreira by the one at a time, and it's a lot more fun if you can have 2. So, and also we didn't know whether she was going to, who knows how big she'll grow. You know, a lot of times horses that are malnourished, they kind of catch up, and sometimes not so much. And these Yakima horses are kind of about 14 hands, I think, is what I've been told. So I picked one of the geldings, newly gelded. They were gelded 2 weeks ago or
Yeah, a
something
couple
like
weeks
that.
ago.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I picked one of them. We call him Ocean, and he'll be in one of the next vlogs. But I was like, let's get them both and we'll just see. So right now they're technically in training, but you guys know how that goes. So anyway, there's 2 more. So if any of you would like an adorable little gelding to start from the beginning, I think it's really fun. Everyone's at Sheridan at Bucks this right now, finishing the colt start that some of you guys remember I did for several years. And so I was thinking of all the little things that we would put in those horses. And this is the halter that is my lucky halter. Oh my gosh, I got to tie this up on the saddle horn when I rode Frosting at Bucks in the big round pen. And Bucks like, oh, just hold on, we're gonna flag you around. So I was like, I wonder if I can get it to fit on little
Well,
Annie.
it doesn't really fit.
It works. You just have to. But like little stuff that I never get to do, like, you know, reaching over and seeing if she can kind of see me out of the other side. I never get to do stuff like that because usually the horses that we have were already too big for me.
Yep. And she's so patient too. She's a calm little.
She's a star. Yeah. So pray that she makes 13-2. That's the dream.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know.
Then you
That'll
can
be-
ride her around.
And then I can ride her around.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So
That'd be
anyway,
pretty
we
cool.
missed all you guys. It's crazy. It's the weather has been amazing around here, and it's just been a year of transitions. But
Yeah, we've been working a lot. This is a good work year too.
yeah, but like someone asked me the other day, they're like, "Are you still riding?"
Yeah.
You bet. So anyway, yeah, and the campus is just glorious and fun right now. So we're hoping to
beautiful there.
see as many of you guys as possible. And of course, the Buck Corvallis Clinic is coming up. Is it 7, 8, 9 or
Yeah.
something like that?
Second week in
6,
July.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, right after 4th of July. So we'll see all you guys.
Yeah, the
down
weekend
there. Some of you
after
guys
4th
down
of
there.
July. So
you know
come
what,
by.
little girl? You're like a pro.
You're
like
pretty
a pro.
good. She's like, vlogs are easy.
I was talking so fast.
That's all right. You gotta talk fast. She's little. Gotta get a lot in.
I didn't know how she was gonna be. So I'm like, oh my goodness gracious.
She's pretty cute.
I would say one thing about, so I've been feeding in order to tame these guys because they're a little bit wild, although Joy and her crew do such an
They did
awesome
an amazing job.
I love how they just don't rush them. You know, they're not like, hey, you have to learn how to do this, that, or the other. But they're still a little bit wild. So I've been feeding them every day, of course, and doing a little bit with them. And Ocean is very skittish, very standoffish. Wait till you guys, I'm looking at him right now. Wait till you guys see his hair coat. It's so pretty.
Yeah,
But-
dark bay.
Yeah, dark bay. Yeah. So anyway, he's been very standoffish, so you didn't have to worry about him being pushy. But I came in the other night and I was like, oh, today was the day where the horse can turn over into being super pushy because they get just confident enough. And probably a while ago, well, we didn't. Ferreira is 13 years old, so that was the last time we had a baby around
Yeah,
here.
that's crazy.
And so anyway, the day where they get confident enough to start to push on you, and that's where you got to be like, oh, and be willing to kind of block. Like he was actually really strongly testing me, which was a switch from like the day before.
Right.
So just to nip it in the butt, and right away with her, since she was a lot friendlier. Stick your tiny little head up. You know, I was teaching her to back up and yield the 4/4 and things like that. And it's just a few minutes a day when they're this young. She looks like a wiener. But again, remember, she's a yearling. But 10, 15 minutes in the morning, 10, 15 minutes at night, and a lot of progress.
Yeah, she makes really fast progress. So
Yeah.
it's
But it
awesome.
was interesting to just notice that day when things could change. And that can apply to any horse that you're you know, bringing along. Like we were talking about, the rescues a lot of times can be super standoffish and you want them to trust you so bad, but there just comes that moment where suddenly you could make them into kind of
a pushy.
and we'll talk
Pushy spoiled.
more about pushy and dull in another
Yeah.
vlog. But
Yep, that should be it for today, though.
yeah,
She did good.
look what happens when
She
we
held
don't
in
do a
there.
vlog. I talk and talk and talk. But
Yep.
anyway, I do that anyway.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, you guys. Well, we hope you all are doing so good. Drop us a line. Tell us how you are. Some of you guys are always wondering where to find my horsemanship content, which is on Instagram, a lot of it right now. And you can see all the media from me at emmadaileyklein.com. And,
NorthwoodFarms.com.
yep, northwoodfarms.com. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.